Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors in their last game, a loss to Miami. They battled and battled, but could not pull it off at the end. Guys losing by just a single point.
And they brought the energy. I thought played well, but both teams really put on a great show. Unfortunately, someone had to lose.
Yeah, that was two very evenly matched teams. But in the end, it came down to who executed better down the stretch.
Here's LeBron, following the score by Jamal Murray. Williams with a clean look. Off target from outside. Boy, Greg, it seems like the big men have returned. And Donovan Clingan is one of them.
Yes, he is 7'2" with a wingspan to match. The capability to dominate the paint, and his impact is felt at both ends of the court.
Driving the lane. Back to Sharp. Five on the clock. Bamba wide open, and he fires. No good with the triple. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. Now, when it comes to Jamal Murray, Coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer. He can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there and help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Back to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's James. He's in rare territory with those scoring numbers. It's not often we talk about a player averaging over 35 points a game. Pass to Bamba.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now Watson, covered by Bamba. Clingan with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Sharp. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And they double up Murray. Anunoby outside. Now Clingan. Back to Leonard. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And here is James. Pass to Bamba. And stolen by Leonard. Going inside. And Bamba pulls it down. Barrett with the ball. All guarded by Murray. To end the cold streak. And it's blocked.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Clingan can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
Barrett, no good. There's the screen. With Samart. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
And they double up Murray. The Warriors lead it. Pass to Clingan. Here's Watson. Clingan with it. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Oh, good luck against Clingan in close. That's where he makes his money.
Outside Barrett. Now here's Bamba. Bamba sets a screen. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Bamba with the block. Outside for Murray. Pass to Klingon. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Murray. Off with the layup.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And James with a clear pass. Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And it's Leonard missing. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Pass to Klingon. And again, it's the Warriors missing. He nails it, and we're tied up. 8 points for LeBron.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
And here's Leonard. It's stolen by Barrett. A finish. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Up 2. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
And Kornet gets it to go. Kornet's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Warriors. James jackhammers it down.
Yeah, the vertical's still there. LeBron's athleticism never ceases to amaze.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit, see how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
Here's Kornet. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
To the inside. Reddish. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Outside Robinson. They set the pick. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Pass to Kuzma. Clock at 6. Back to Robinson. Nurkic with the block.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority.
Bounce pass from Whitmore. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Anunoby. And the rejection by James. And Edwards slams it in.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Here's Cornette. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Cornette's got his second basket of the night. Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
And that's LeBron, one of the best front court playmakers. That is something you just can't teach.
Here's Cornette. And that one is stuffed right through.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one got him all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
LeBron outside. Inside. Out left to the wing. Nobody near Nurkic. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Substitution for your home team, Mohamed Bamba.
1:57 left to play here in the half. Pass to Bamba. Kicks it out to James. Back to Bamba. Fires for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Cornette. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. .133 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Klingon. Off target at the rim.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
.121 left in the first half. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Pass to Bamba. Back to James. That one goes. Count it. LeBron's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And it's Leonard at the elbow. And Murray now top of the key. Now Klingon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. That's short off the rim.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Goes back up. Pass to Bamba. Tries again. Misses the layup. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Jamal Murray, we know, is one of the elite shot makers in the game, and his passing is much improved as well.
And so Murray nails both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
James on the drive.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good.
At the line for your home team, LeBron James.
Both free throws good from James. With 1 on the clock. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Warriors leading by 5. And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised, nothing seems to bother him.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does. Bamba inside. Still yet to score. 5 to shoot. Outside Williams.
And arguably the game's most versatile defender, Leonard can legitimately guard 1 through 5.
Here's James. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. What's in the screen? Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Justin Edwards. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, they've got some work to do to cut into this lead.
And no need to get away from the game plan, though. There's plenty of time to get back in it.
Pass to Nurkic. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Nurkic has got 5 points so far.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
James looking around. And it's Whitmore missing. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Lets it go from 14. That one wide left. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty. The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. is making a change here.
Substitution for the Warriors.
And the home team has possession.
Duncan.
Trailing here by 8.
Ben Simmons.
James outside. And Reddish with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Blocking foul.
And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Here's Cornette. And the rebound by Nurkic. Now here's James. He's got 17. To the paint. Here's Whitmore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
And so he hits both. Here's Simmons. He's got 8. Up top, Kuzma. Pass to Cornette. Down low. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
The drive by James.
And LeBron used to getting hit. This is the level of attention this man attracts from the D.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Warriors?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And one other thing, I love how comfortable they are looking to operate from mid-range. There's no qualms about taking those wide-open jumpers.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And Nurkic has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. To the right side. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Pass to Klingon. Back to Simmons. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. It's LeBron. Oh, LeBron does it again.
Watch out. LeBron's on the move, and he's not going to be denied.
Back to Watson. To the wing right side. Pass to Klingon. Back to Anunoby. Rebound by Nurkic. And here comes the break. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. A shot by Reddish, no good.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation. Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Stolen by Bamba. And we've reached the end of the third. Up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth.
The Warriors, 42.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Now James. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Warriors on the 4-point game. Here's Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
And it's Murray penetrating. Count it.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
James outside. Just 5 on the clock. Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Outside Leonard. Murray outside. Watson the screen. Here's Anunoby. A three-pointer, no good. James with it. To the left wing. He takes it in. Oh, and he jams it right over Kawhi Leonard.
And once James catches fire, just keep feeding the beast. It is that simple.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Clingan shot is off. It's LeBron with the drive. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to Clingan. Here's the screen. And here is Murray. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Clingan. 13 feet away. Murray, no good.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Back to LeBron. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And that's his fourth. Getting into the danger area now. He's going to have to be a little more cautious down the stretch.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
To the middle. Here's Sharp. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sharp's got his first basket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Murray, good.
Well, every defense gives extra attention to Murray, but they still have trouble keeping him under control.
LeBron outside. And then Sharp with the dunk.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Pass to Watson. Here's Klingon. Here's Anunoby. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Slow jumper. LeBron, good. LeBron's got 17 now, just in the second half.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
They get the rebound. Here's Klingon. No good that time. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working. We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. For three, Barrett.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board. Smart choice there by Klingon. The rookie moves the ball instead of forcing it himself.
Outside Williams. And Williams throws it down.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Out to the right wing. Here's Bamba. Drills the three-pointer. Bamba's got 5 points in the quarter.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision, plays with a good recognition, and been very unselfish.
Assistant, Jamal Murray.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And stolen by Sharp. Pass to Bamba. And stolen by Leonard. Murray from deep three-point territory. No good on the triple. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Third team foul.
Here's James. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here is Williams. Shot clock at 5. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Golden State ball.
And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.